Sellout by Beatty, a book that I've started this morning. Well, I looked at it a few weeks back to see if it's let's say my cup of tea. I tried last year, or was it 2 years ago, history of 7 killings, and that was not too many voices, too much attention, too difficult for this little brain of mine, and I couldn't follow through. So it was just after a few sentences, it was clear that that's not up my alley, and I will not be able to deal with otherwise a complex and of course wonderful work, acclaimed, winner of prizes. So it's just that this reader can only take this much, and some works are beyond my capabilities. Ulysses is still out there, not for me. I tried. I mean, so many critics say this is the best work of the last century and one of the best ever, but what can I do? Too much of a challenge again. Now, this Sellout is really promising. In fact, I can say even more than that. It's confirmed. I mean, after about 40 minutes of reading into it, that's already definite. It may have surprises in store. I may at one point face a block. Who knows, with the modern authors and their complicated way of telling us things, who knows what he decides to do at one point. Maybe he turns into absurd. Absurd is not for me. Rhinoceros on the streets, Eugene Ionesco and others, I don't like it. So it's again a dead end there. So unless he does something like that, then it's again getting into a field which is unattractive to me, or it gets too complicated, too difficult, and again I have to abandon because of my limitations. One has to admit one's limitations. That's a silly line from a film somewhere. The subject and the way the subject is not interesting for me generally when there's a film made by without being with a phobia for any group, anybody, anything. But if it's Vietnamese, let's say, for the argument's sake, and it's a Vietnamese story meant for insiders, for Vietnamese, only they understand that. For instance, I read an article in The Economist saying about the pollution, a factory on the beach somewhere, and now I have an idea. But otherwise, without this article, if they deal with this, they say the factory Guantem in the village of Bidong, and they only talk about things which are important for them there, but they don't have any universal values or themes. Why read this? For on and on. Yes, an article in The Economist which deals with the problem in I don't know, 20 lines, that's fine. I've read it. I'm okay with it, but not to go on for on and on about, especially if it's a subject that it's depressing and familiar and anyway. So returning, this one seemed to be African American theme, and again, perhaps in the manner of some films I don't like, or their approach, like The Barber or whatever. There some African Americans that I like. I mean, it's interesting to see variety, to see themes in a general context, to hear their story, this story, the people from China. But if it's an inside joke, an inside things which are, for instance, the language that has slang that I don't get, I don't dig. I'm outside, so it's not. I hope it's not being. I mean, I'm not racist on anything. In fact, I belong to a group which is not well seen throughout Europe. The people from Romania are, surveys show, if not the most hated, the least liked throughout. And in Sweden and Croatia, of all places, these are the places that least like us. If the word is not, they hate us most. So I understand as a minority. It's just that I don't. I feel shut out sometimes. But here he has a very provocative, intriguing, interesting approach. I belong to this community, he says, well, not in his words, but I don't sit in the wrong place in an open space. I don't take my penis out and show it to people. I never robbed, I never took anything that is mine, and on and on and on. And very interesting, because indeed he talks about a prejudice. He talks about profiling, the police profiles. You're from, let's change the group, from Latin America. So you're probably illegal, especially now in Trump. We have to look at your papers. In places they don't let them vote, or they make it difficult for them to vote, and on and on. But this is with a different, very funny at times look at events, and I love it so far.